All right. I got to go back and redo this. I had a lot of technical difficulties. So I'm coming back to go ahead and do this video once again. Could be quicker this time. Okay. Okay. I will shalom to elective Israel, to the hope elective Israel. You so-called Negro, the Native American, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. Give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Qadash. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Let me to this truth who have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock. Ask and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, that number, Lord, willing to be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. It's a light, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. So Lord, willing this is edifying. Salakia for having to come and do this video. You know, I got through most of it. But I wanted to go ahead and go do a retake because it was just way too much disturbances in my connection. So, you know, I try to do it another. It wasn't working out. So it's the way I normally do. So I'm gonna come over here and what I started with. We're gonna go into talks about how massive explosion rocks town in western Ukraine. So, grab something real fast. Okay. So we're gonna get into this again. Massive explosion rocks town in Ukraine. There's the picture of it, but they got some videos of it. Okay. And pull up some precepts. It says details are very scarce at this time. The video has emerged on social media, claiming to show the massive fall rising from a site near Kalamasky, Kalaminsky, Ukraine. I would say that the explosion has a similar profile to what had been a mass explosive storage area's dating reaction, although the preliminary assessment at this time. Woo, boy, man, that's not even the ICBM. See how loud that was? That was huge. Okay, let's blow it up real quick. Let's blow it up, and then we're gonna read a passage about it, a couple passages. The Lord put the spirit on me to deal with. It's not even part of my notes, but I remember. Sheesh, man. What you think of ICBM gonna sound like? It's gonna sound worse than that. Let me get out of here and leave. Come on, man. Let me get out of this fool. Okay. So now we back here and go to Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Okay. Okay. And it says, Bion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, which is his men. You know, we're blowing the trumpet that these intercontinental ballistic missiles are coming, but they're going to look like that. They're going to look like this, but they're going to be way bigger. Boy, you're playing with the Lord. Say, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahawah come, Yahawashi come, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thickness. As the morning spread of people and a strong, there have been never the like, neither shall there be any after, even after of many generations, because it's going to be two of those things that look like this, but it's way bigger. But that day of darkness, the thick clouds, is from these intercontinental ballistic missiles. See what I'm saying? That's where it's going to come from. You know? And they say that it's not in the scripture, that it's in there in a couple of scriptures. Okay? So, like I said, even to the years of many generations, because there ain't going to be no more weapons after this. A fire devoureth before that fire, and behold, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as a garden, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Why? Because behind them ain't nothing but smoke. They get blown up, whatever's going to blow up. And it says, yea, things shall escape them. Before their face, people shall be much pain. All faintness shall gather blackness. Like, gonna be, you know, knowing that an intercontinental ballistic missile about to hit your area, it's gonna scare the person holding that camera in the blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb like men of war. Thus everyone. They shall march everyone his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. And that's talking. They're not gonna run into each other. They're gonna go everywhere. They're gonna go where they're supposed to go. Neither shall another. They shall walk everyone they fall upon the sword. They shall not be wounded. See? And I passed verse 4 by accident. It says the appearance of them as the appearance of horses. In Revelation chapter 9, it said, I heard the number of them. It was 202,000 horses. It said 2,000. It said 200. It said two. Let me just pull it up so I won't book. It's Revelations. You know, I'm a little tired. I'm pretty tired. Revelations chapter 9, verse 16. I can remember what scripture it is, but I just want to make sure. Yep, it is. Revelation chapter 9, verse 16. It reads, yeah, it says, in the number, the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. So that's how we know it's talking about the intercontinental ballistic missiles, because this is what regulators saw. Wait for it to pull up. And we're gonna get that. See? And I heard the horsemen were 202,000. I heard the number that that's 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's what's coming. This coming. So they're talking about it. Talking about in verse 4. Okay, the appearance of them of horses, and those horses, when you Galatians chapter 9, verse 16 to go 17, it says that they breathe fire, and Jason. Okay, and that's what this talking about over here. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of Mount leap, like the noise of a flame that devours the stubble. The stubble is basically after you burn something up, as they in battle array, talking about these intercontinental ballistic missiles. Before the people shall be much pain, all faces shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone his way, break their ranks, because they're gonna have the systems on them. You know, they were describing this. They were driving this stuff a time ago for our learning, so we know this is what it was talking. Neither shall one thrust; they shall walk every one in his path. And when it horses, it just means power. You know, because they weren't able to explain it, like they didn't know what an intercontinental ballistic missile was. You know, neither shall one thrust another; shall walk everyone in his path. Fall upon the sword; they shall not be wounded. Okay, which means that they're gonna hit. They're not gonna get deterred. Not gonna be duds. They're gonna hit one of them. They shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the wall. They shall up upon the houses. They shall enter as like a thief. That's how that fire is gonna be. It's gonna go in there before then. And when it talks about in Revelation, where it talks about a 10-part the earth fell, that's those 10 corners. So the earth shall quake before them, the heaven and the sun and the moon shall be dark, stars shall withdraw their shining, and mushroom cloud shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. He said he was going to do this. The Lord Yahawashi is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? The only abide it is the elect, because he's going to remove it. Therefore, also now saith the Lord Yahawashi, turn ye even to me with your heart, and fasting and weeping and weeping and with mourning, and that's to be doing. Okay, we should be coming back with our heart, which means lave, which means your mind. Rend your heart and not your garment, and turn unto the Lord your God power. Yahawah Yahawashi, for gracious and merciful, slow to anger and great in kind, and repenteth him of the evil. See? Who knoweth if he will and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your God power. Lucky. Yeah, even says who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your Yahawashi, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sanctify fast. What's that? That Day of Atonement. You know, we you know, it's good to fast on the Sabbath too. On the Sabbath, you know, it's good to, but you can kind of fast whenever you want to. You know, and there's a way to fast. You know, you're not supposed to tell nobody that you're fasting. It's supposed to be your atonement with the Lord. But there's an actual Day of Atonement. Call a solemn assembly. And that's what this is. It's a solemn assembly. Gather the people by the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber and of her closet. And this is us coming out of our closet. And the bridegroom is Yahawashi. See, and this is the chariots, and we're to be that chaste virgin who hasn't been dabbling in with other religions, other philosophies, and other doctrines, and get beamed up in the chariot by Shemal Shah. You know, and that's what we're doing. We're presenting ourselves as chaste virgins for Yahweh Shemal Shah. So ultimately, okay, 200 million of these. It says in Matthew, those who shall those who Salakia, those that endure to the end shall be saved. This is what you're getting saved from. That and Jacob's trouble. Be saved from Jacob's trouble, but we're gonna have to go through. We're gonna get saved out of it. And the ones who take the MARK, the TB, the Saragma, the C-hip, you get to eat one of these. And it's gonna be a destruction from the Almighty. Okay, it's not gonna be no. You ain't gonna be able to record it. Everything's gonna get blown up. Hold on. This is chapter 54, verse 16. And it reads, "Behold, I created the smith that blow the coal, that bring forth an instrument for his work. I have created the destroy." See? This is what he's using to destroy. This is what he's going to use. To do what? To destroy the whole land. I'm going to pull that up. Chapter 13, verse 5. Verse 5. This is Isaiah chapter 13. And it reads, "They come from a far country, from the east. They think that evil thought from the end of heaven." How Bahasham Yahawashi in nation, some intercontinental ballistic missiles to destroy the land. Okay, he's finna take this place out. Okay, after Jacob's trouble, this is what it's gonna result to. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, we don't trust you. How about Shemel Shai?" All right. You're gonna get to hear that, and some people are not gonna die. Some people will be there to see afterwards and be sitting out there. 2/3 of some of our people gonna still be out there dead. And then they're gonna see how about Shemel from the clouds, and he's gonna start slaying shit. Okay, with the 104 elect men. Okay, he's gonna start fucking killing shit. Okay, to play no fucking games. He's coming to take shit out. Okay, and execute his judgment on. And you just wise to repent and return from fear and trembling. So it said with this economy, this is where it goes down, because we got dealing with that massive explosion, which is going to deal with the locusts in Afghanistan. There's job layoffs, and there's a couple other various topics that I have. Be too long. Should be maybe 10, 15 minutes. With this economy and malnutrition rising now, and is hit by a swarm of locusts. So this is a video to kind of do that. And we're going to put in some presets.
This is Afghanistan's latest. Locusts. Millions and millions of locusts. The country already has the worst humanitarians in the world, with 97% of the population living in poverty. But a massive infestation is like to make.
See that percent of them are already in poverty, and this shit is doing what?
And worse, this was a until a swarm of locusts hit it.
See, that was a wheat field. It looked like dirt now, and they said a little bit. They're gonna try to say that them killing it was successful. No, was it because they already ate crops? They had a little. You're gonna see the way they was killing them, but their crops already destroyed, and they already 97% in poverty. It's that Lord putting them in that drought, putting them in that famine.
After collapse of the regimes, Nobody pay attention to locusts. It's a migratory pest and they're dangerous because they can attack even more than 100 species or crops in the country. Whenever there is, they will eat everything.
The UN is preparing for the worst. Their predictions suggest 1.2 million metric of wheat and other crops could be destroyed. That's about a quarter of Afghanistan's annual production. If you look at it in monetary terms, at today's, that could be up to $480 million. For a country that doesn't have money or food, these insects could be devastating. The methods used to remove the locusts may seem primitive, but it works. They're swept up.
They got a tarp and they out there in the middle of the fucking field. That ain't gonna fucking help.
And a giant tarpaulin. The previous government had spraying ability, but for reasons.
Man, that shit ain't. Y'all fucking bugged out, man. This is why the Lord got to get rid of these motherfuckers. So, motherfuckers is bugged out, trying to kill these niggas with damn big ass fly swatter, a trash bag, big ass trash bag. See, that's what I'm saying, man. The Lord got them doing this out ass, duckhead ass shit for nothing. Talking about it's effective. No, it's not. It's effective. That's how you expect to stop the prophecies. Them trash bag, and that's how they expect to stop the prophecy. Trash bag and fly swatters. Lost their damn mind. Habakkuk 1 verse 5. Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 5, and it reads, "Behold ye among the heathen and wonder marvelously, a wonder in your, for I work in your days, which ye will not believe. Told you." You see? Even though we tell them, even though, and we're talking about behold ye among the heathen, it's talking about the Israelites. It's talking to us. And a lot of us, they will not believe what will be told to us, except hopefully. That's why we're going out and telling them. Starting from the elders and apostles of the great millstone on down to the me. This is Acts 13:41. Okay. So this says, "Behold ye." Hold on. Let's get out. All right. So this is Acts 13:41, and it reads, "Despises and wonder and perish, for I work a work which ye shall no wise believe." That's 2/3 of our people and the other nations, though a man declare you. And that's what we're doing. Sharing it under our people, and their people still don't believe. 2/3 still don't want to believe. I think this shit's a game, man. That's okay. Even you think we just mere men, we over here telling you. Whatever. 2 18 verse 49, and it reads, "I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death." 2 Esdras 16:14. Anybody can understand this. Okay. They just don't want to consider. They want to make up things and be all. How can that be the truth? How can that be coming? Well, we showing you doggone through the news. How much more proof you need? Been shoot through the news for the last I don't know how long. Just on my page. Literally, I've been in for 1 second. Okay, compared to what all the other elders and apostles above me have done. Okay, for like 0.5 seconds. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 14, and it reads, plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And here they come. Here. They jacking shit up. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. Reads, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring on the world the sword, the famine, death, and destruction. And look how much this death and destruction they told Edras a whole bunch of stuff, you know, and that's why I asked camps about in Edras chapter 11, a lot of the stuff. There's a ton of things that the Lord told Edras, you know, through the angel Uriel, you know. So this is second Edras chapter 9. One, and he answered me then and said, the time diligently in itself, when thou see part of the signs pass, which I have told you before, was them signs that just passed that we was just reading about. That was one of the places that's having this famine. Verse 2, and it reads, then thou shalt understand that this is the very same wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. He's visiting this place. He's visiting it and jacking it. You know, the precept to the address, chapter 6, verse 18. This is the one that matches with it. And it said, behold, the days come, I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. See, the Lord's that there's no excuse for these people who say that this isn't part of the plagues. This isn't part.
This is not being used by the Taliban. Locusts here are destroyed by pouring stuck in the ground and then covering them with soil.
See, they trying to cover, and they still got they still got hell of them niggas flying around, man. They ain't, you know how many locusts is out there, man? Billions of them things out there, man. They ain't all the, man, they had that little ass tart, man. They tripping, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Them things can reproduce so fast. By the time they did all that work, it didn't mean shit. They reproduced all that. Over here, Fox News guest sounds alarm on environmental disaster of migrants looting at the southern border. Look at this.
The mess you have seen in some of these videos from the border.
Look at that. They over there acting like heathens, and you know that's people. Most of them is, you know. But
they're called bionic boots. Seniors, once riddled with debilitating, given a new lease on life.
Most of them is our people, but doing shit like, you can tell this was a 2/3 with some heathen shit.
Mild trash clothing, personal belongings, plastic bottles left behind, migrants lining the border. Experts are raising now concerns about the environmental impact going to have on those federal lands. A lot of it, you know, precious wildlife areas in the United States. Let's bring in Mark, an executive director of Center of the Immigration Studies. What's your thing about this and what we are seeing happening, considering that about 40% of our border is federal protected land?
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody creates trash. Create trash, you create trash. But these are places, wildlife sanctuaries and what have you. There aren't supposed to be any people to create. The trash. Immigration and the Biden administration's tolerance and invitation to illegal immigration.
Okay, well, you see how they doing this, but it ain't them doing this shit. How about Yahawashi controlling the elites? Revelation 7, he's got them letting them do this. Okay, so humanly judge this place. Okay. I'm coming here to do this. This ain't. What is this, man? Oh, hold on. It was supposed to be this one, and then I got another one with Fox News. Bear with me. I gotta go pull it up again. It changed. It's true. Here we go. Salakia. Watch a little bit of this video. And this is just gonna show you that Edom is a nigger that is on table. He don't even give a fuck if his own people struggle. He don't care. All he care about is if his shit working.
Fox at midnight, Title 42, the expired policy expelled migrants nearly 3 million times in the United States. Now, as border residents, what is to come? What is going to happen today without Title 42? Here's more. We've got Texas Ranger John Sewell in Uvalde, Texas. We've got Border Patrol wife Allison Anderson, as you can see, retired CBP officer. Good morning to all of you. Thanks again. John, let's start with, I know one of the things you're worried about is with this gigantic invasion of people, the people that has entrusted to be on our southern border to keep us safe, the Border Patrol, they're going to be busy processing, and ultimately it's going to happen while they're doing paperwork.
Well, they're going to, defend for ourselves, and we've been doing that quite a bit lately. In Kenny County, we got pretty good presence, local law enforcement. DPS is full load on the highways with these smugglers. Border Patrol has the training give out as well. They had over 200 on one train. Here last night, they checked 6 trains and had blood. And, these aren't the good guys that are getting smuggled in. And it's going to take a couple days for the cartel to get organized, figure out where the holes are so they can bring us the guys to drop them off and get around the checkpoint.
Sure. And Allison, I see you nodding. You're worried about the resources too, because God forbid you need something, because while everybody are on the southern border, you're at your house, you're in your neighborhood. Who's there for you?
Right. From a neighbor who talked to a DPS trooper that said they're maxed out and they apologize. And it leaves us who live outside of town. I mean, we're on our own, and it's neighbors defending neighbors and looking out for each other. And I mean, we're also covered in Yahawah.
You hear what she said? I'm running back because the screen kept going off.
They're maxed out, and it leaves us who live outside of town. I mean, we're on our own. A DPS trooper that said that they are out and they apologize, and it leaves us
they're maxed out. You hear that? They're not helping you. This is not helping each other. It's gonna be everybody for themselves. So everybody's out there fending them. Ain't gonna do nothing to come protect them. It's gonna be too much shit going on. This is what the Lord's doing. This is Ezekiel chapter 28, comfort. He's taking away the comfort of this place. As the dollars fall. Chapter 28, verse 7, it reads, Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nation. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's what's coming. That's what's happening right now in that situation. They're coming over there and trashing the place up. They're doing a whole bunch of shit. They don't fucking care. Moving they shit in there. You know? There's people crossing the water. You know what I'm saying? 1 Peter chapter 2 verse reads, But these as natural beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. That's what most of these people are. They just come in here just to be destroyed. Okay, speak evil things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Shall utterly perish in their own corruption, you know? A lot of these people that's coming over here in a lot of Texas are talking about, oh, we are our own, fend for ourselves. Well, Israel felt when all we had was y'all came and destroyed everything that we loved. You know, you're gonna have to pay for this shit. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 24. People look at us like we're fucking crazy. Y'all are fucking crazy. Okay? We're thinking that you're gonna go around and say you love the Lord and be fucking reading the Bible and say you love the Lord and skip all the precepts that we're pulling up that says the Lord fuck y'all up what you did to his people. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 24, and it reads, Defile not yourselves in any things. So we don't go fuck. For in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. We want to defile ourselves 2/3 in these other nations. And the land is defiled. Therefore I de iniquity thereof upon it. And the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. For keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations to any of your own nation, any stranger that sojourneth among you. You see, and the strangers are those foreign Israelites, the ones that look like the other nations, doing the same thing we do. Not fucking with them. Verse 27, and it reads, For all these abominations of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. What does it say about the land being defiled? Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. Lock you. Okay. And it reads, So ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood it defileth, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. See, that's the only way the place is gonna get cleansed, is they gotta get put to death. They gotta go. Okay, evil ass gotta go. So it says government budgets. It says government's main budget experts could risk economic catastrophe as soon as early as June. And that's coming up. So they're starting to come out. U.S. debt just got another sign from an imminent economic catastrophe if Congress fails to raise the debt ceiling this month. And we'll see if they do or not. If the whole matter. It says seek out the whole matter. So we'll find out. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna keep, praying Bahasham, Yahawashi protects us through this. Also, chant down this nation, because the closer this nation falls, the quicker we can go home. So everything can jack up if they don't do nothing about it, and they don't. Because they would have been did something about it. So now they got a pasta in Italy. You know how much they pasta. You know, their interest rates to raise 0.25. You know, they got drought out there as well. Okay. And then off Africa, okay, this is what they've you know, let me put in a couple precepts, last two, and then we can go to those other ones. So 2 15 verse 19. I'll move up a little bit. And it reads, a man shall have no pity for his neighbor and shall destroy their houses and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And over them people in Texas too, and all around America about one great. It's just starting there. They're gonna get hungry. You can see they already don't give a fuck. They're leaving trash everywhere. They don't give a shit. Shit up. So this is Zechariah. Chapter 11, verse 4. And it reads, thus said my God, my power, feed the flocks of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, hold themselves, whose possessors slay them, hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, Bahasham, for I'm rich. And that's what they did. They said, blessed be the Lord, because they got money off of us being enslaved. And their shepherds own their own shepherds pity them not. See? All of them over there are just savage beasts, and 2/3 is over there doing the right with them, you know, that's the truth. And, you know, polluting our people with doctrine and false ways of living and all types of other shit. Verse 6, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land. Yahawashi, but lo, I will demand everyone into his neighbor's hand and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land. Out of their hand I will not deliver them. And that's what's about to happen to 2/3. You get delivered because they didn't want to listen. Verse 7, and I will feed the flock of slaughter, you, O poor of the flock, and took unto me 2 staves, the one called, the other called bands, and I fed the flock. 3 shepherds also I cut off, and my soul loathed them, and their soul also abhorred me, which means strongly disliked. I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die, and that is to be cut off, let it be cut off. And let the rest, everyone the flesh of enough. See, they're gonna be eating each other. You don't want to be playing around with your Yahawashi, man. These people is gonna be suffering, okay, and eating each other. This is South Africa supplying arms to Russia. So this is something else that's just moving on from, you know, something that's, you know, bringing this out, you know. You know, EU and US pledge joint action over China. So this is a Revelation chapter 14, that third woe coming. You know, that's what's coming. That third woe. These people, each other in this war in Ukraine. So, you know, right here says Russia threatens to destroy for giving Ukraine storm Russia threatens to destroy UK for giving Ukraine Storm Shadow. Okay, so this is what's going down. This all this kind of stuff that's going down up to this war. Okay, so now we're gonna put in Revelations 11:14. Okay, and that's what it's talking about. Say, and behold, the third woe coming quickly, you know, and it's coming quickly because he's got all of them getting together, getting stuff. You know, Joel 3:10, beat your plows and swords. This is still what they're doing. They're getting ready for this battle in the Valley of Josaphat. And you got News that's down as Paramount cuts 25% off of their stuff. Google and Microsoft and Amazon together terminated at least 51,000 jobs in just a few weeks. You know, and at all that time, there's been $910 trillion exiting the U.S. in just 1 year. Positives take flight. So all this random stuff that's happening, random, what I mean by random, spontaneous things that are happening that are breaking down this strategically. This last precept, and then I'm gonna close out. You know, I usually, but I didn't want to do that much less. I mainly wanted to deal with that first thing that was going on, the news. So Isaiah 15, verse 19. It's not there. Isaiah. Must be putting it wrong. I think it's Isaiah 15. Yeah, Salakia. It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15, and it reads, neither shall there be any work for each which the head or tail branch may do, and that's what's coming. You know, and slowly but surely, you cut off their jobs. They're using other put AI in there and doing all types of crazy shit. So, for tuning in, whoever come across, I'm calling Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, and I want to give you know, a sincere salutation to all the men, women, and children who are elect. Also to the governing body, 144,000 elect mighty men, you know, who are fighting in the name of Yahweh to be part of that number. You know, so Shalom to elect Israel. Hope to elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, and Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth and go to your nations. Gotta give all praise to Barak Yahawashi. Barak Yahawashi. I gotta give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Give double honor. Apostles of great millstone led me to this truth, Lord, to teach the flock how to live a pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness every day, and mercy and this grab to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing we be part of that number. Lord, willing us be upon those who striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and it's not slack, 3 verse 9. So Shalom, while above the ball, stay prayed up, and Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Yahweh another day.